Hello. There's a tiny bit of a delay, but I can see that Mikoto's in the chat, which is awesome. I am currently working on an Eat-A-Bag. My Digimon Eat-A-Bag. When I was in Japan, I got some magnety things, and I'm just attaching pins to the back, or at least trying to. I already tried once, and it didn't work. Hi, Hayden. Nice to see you. So now I'm just trying to remove all this stuff. Hi, Jessica J. Grant. Trying to remove all this stuff so that I can hot glue the pins on. And like I said, it's going about as well as you would expect. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. I'm all right. I'm definitely a little bit sick, but hopefully it'll be gone by. And I'm in Boston this weekend. You're at Busch Gardens in Allura right now. What? What? What's happening at Busch Gardens right now? Or are you just in Allura and in Lotor? Are you just in Allura and Lotor because you want to be? Or is there something going on today? That's awesome. But also, I have questions. Aw, Jessica J, what's up? If you want to talk about it, you don't have to. I mean, these live streams are totally unlisted, so no one will ever see if you want to talk, but I understand not wanting to talk about it with random people. We cosplayed in Allura and Loot and went to Busch because why not get stared at? That's fair. Also, Loot is quite possibly the best name. My other favorite is Lorito because I said I looked like a Dorito, so everyone was like, "You mean a Lorito?" And I was like, "Yeah." Oh, this is going so not wonderfully. Why did I think that this was a good idea? Loot is Lotor. It's beautiful. Although I do kind of want to know how you got to Loot. Okay. Also, this is the bag I'm working on. I just need to replace a couple pins and honestly just fix most of it. I'll post some photos on Twitter and tag you. Awesome. I would love to see. I was in the hospital because I had a really bad dystonic reaction to my medication ever since my muscles are so sore and I'm in pain all the time. Oh my God. That sounds awful. I'm sending you my best wishes too. Medicine, messing you up is always just the worst. Bad reactions to medicine and stuff. But that definitely sounds like an extreme reaction and sounds awful. So I'm super sorry you're dealing with that right now. I hope you feel better soon. Do they so you're at the hospital. Are you at the hospital now or you went home? Is there anything they can do to make you feel better? That really sucks. Hi, Angel. I'm leaving Busch Gardens and I'm about to snatch this wig off. That is such a big mood, I swear. Big mood. I'm about to do my best attaching this. We will see how that goes. It was last month and you're still dealing with that? That's awful. Save me from D&D romance drama. This sounds like a story you should tell the chat. D&D romance drama sounds hilarious. Please a share. As I struggle to pin my pin. Jessica, it really sucks if you're still dealing with it and it's been like a month. Ow. Every time I make an eat a bag, I remember how much I hate eat a bags. That's not even straight. I'm pinning stuff at the bottom of the bag, which is why this is so difficult. And I wouldn't have bothered to unpin them, except I had to remake them. Ever since then, it's been 24/7 horrible pain. Ooh, Jessica, that sucks. D&D romance drama, so my entire high school experience. Your entire high school experience was D&D drama? So basically, 3 players are literally in a love triangle, and I'm stuck in the middle. One loves a girl, the girl likes another player, and that last guy could care less. Not to mention they all live in different places. See, when you said D&D drama, I thought it was like character drama, not like crazy drama. But like, it's still hilarious to listen to. Isn't it funny though with like games and stuff online how like I don't know, like I know a girl that got together with like her first boyfriend through like Minecraft, and it was just like there's nothing wrong with it, but also what is happening? What is happening? I'm really bad at this. Oh, that too. Oh, so there's actual in-character drama too? Well, I assume they would be shitty in character as a result of in-life drama, I guess. Jessica, you've never played D&D? That's fair. Honestly, I officially played for like the first time this year, so you're not like too far behind. I dragged my boyfriend into World of Warcraft. Oh no, am I lagging? Gosh darn it. We've got a half-Saiyan monk who has no idea how to function in the city and literally helps his female friend undress because it's polite. Doesn't realize it's sexual. Oof. I dragged my boyfriend into World of Warcraft. I've never played World of Warcraft. I finally gave D&D a chance. Like, I had wanted to play it for a while, but I could never find, like, a party who wanted to play. And this year, some friends and I got together and did it, and it was very fun. So, like, it's definitely worth checking out and trying if you're into, like, storytelling and fantasy stuff. But it's not like a staple that everyone needs to try. Hayden, I am free of wig and makeup. Yes, be free. I did D&D when I was younger, but I'm more of a LARP person. Also fair. I did LARP first and then D&D. Mostly just because like I couldn't find, like I said, people to play D&D with me. But LARP is very fun. It's very similar, just more like hands-on and less like in the hands of a DM, I guess. I'm struggling. actually just saw a play about Dungeons and Dragons the other day. It was a pretty cool concept. The dice in D&D can screw you over. Yes. Yes, it can. I am a true neutral druid genes. Genesee. Can't read. That's awesome. I actually just DM'd. Ah, what happened? How did you break off? I'm gonna scream. This is so hard. Is it online? I thought you could only play it IRL. You can basically like do it over Skype. Ganassi. Ganassi? Ganassi? What? Listen, I can't pronounce things ever, so... It's like a digital tabletop. Yeah, I know some people play it through Skype too, which is just like, it's the same game. It's just they speak over Skype. So it's easier. What is even going on with this bag anymore? Eh. It is very fun. As long as you have good people playing it with you, basically. The people basically make or break the game. Why is this so hard? Foxy, looking forward to Anime Boston. Yes. Anime Boston, in all honesty, is not like the best con. We usually hop into people's rooms, whatever is like the cheapest option, because it's really expensive. And it's not like a crazy high-class con like Katsucon. It's just in like an expensive area, basically. So we hop in a room, whatever's cheapest. We're working in the dealer's room, which I'm excited about because I actually think it's a lot of fun. But the parking is so expensive in Boston that it usually costs more than the hotel room costs us, which is insane. And I get mad about it every year. But here we are. So like, yes and no, I guess. Like, it should be fun, but also I'm not excited for how much money it's probably going to cost me. And, like, we're just doing lazy costumes, so I'm not, like, debuting anything. Well, I am debuting stuff, but nothing huge. Yeah. See, we are staying with someone. Like, well, I don't want to take the trip. See, the thing is that we're only going to Anime Boston because we have the opportunity to work. And I like working. I think it's really fun. So we have to be in the dealer's room by like ridiculously early. So staying with someone isn't super an option when you're doing that, just because you have to be willing to like run in early and shit. Why is this pin not sharp? What happened to this pin? Who hurt you? Have fun kidnapping the bay. But yeah, we're staying in like a room with like 7 people. So the room itself isn't expensive. It's just the parking. But whatever. Whatever. It'll probably be fine. Ah. All right, I'm just gonna say that's good enough because I don't want to do this anymore. This is why I hate Eat-A-Bag. I'm not even good at that. Thanks. I think we will have a good time, but like, I don't know. It's always a hit or miss. So like, we won't really know until we get there. And like, I'm excited for the costumes I'm bringing. And it should, in theory, be a fun time. Welcome back, Angel. It was lovely meeting you at Katsu. Sorry, I was always busy. No worries. KatsuCon gets real crazy. Like, I'm just glad we ran into each other because, like, there are like friends that I have that we make, like, we have intention to, like, actually hang out, and I don't see them all weekend because KatsuCon's insane. And people, like, never have their phones on or just not on their person because of costume reasons. So it's always a little crazy. Plus, I was stupidly busy like most of Katsu too, so you fine. These sweatpants are destroyed. I have like paint and stuff from multiple projects on here. I hope you had a good Katsu. Darby and I had a good Katsu, but like we both acknowledged that like it wasn't as good as previous years. Like way too many people like didn't buy badges, and so it was so crowded. But yeah, Nova and Shauna were like stressed, and Elmo Katsu was a mess. But we did a Hotron shoot, so that was lit. Yeah, Nova and Shauna are actually who I'm staying with for Anime Boston. I didn't know they were super stressed at Katsu, but I only got to see them for like brief moments. Like Shauna helped me with a skit, and Nova let me borrow his badge when I left mine with Derby, who had taken off at that point, and I needed to like go pick something up. So like bless them both for helping me survive. Hotron sounds awesome. I know Shauna got sick by Saturday, but I didn't know about any of the other stress. But that's because, again, I was dying as Lotor. And I had no pockets and no backpack and gloves on. I suffered. Katsu was definitely a mess. Like, the problem is that there's no way to really fix Katsu Because what people do is the way the con is set up for people who haven't been, it's a giant hotel with like an atrium, which is like a garden kind of area, and it's huge and it's directly attached to the convention center. But there's no like doors to get into the convention center. It's like straight, wide hallways. And so when you buy a badge, you don't really need to use it except to get into one of the panel rooms. You can be in the entire con until you want to get into the dealer's room, artist alley, or a panel. So people just go and either rent rooms or they like room somewhere down the street and just hang out in the hotel and the atrium the whole time. And there's nothing Katsucon can really do about it. And then they're wildly underprepared for how many people show up because they can only gauge how many people buy the badge sales. So it gets crazy. Also, poor Shauna. I once found a Hetalia group and ended up hanging out with them at Comic-Con last year as Italy. That's cool. I actually haven't done that in a while. Like, I used to do that all the time, but I just haven't, like, found a group I meshed with, I guess. Who I've just been like, yeah, I'm going to hang out with you this whole time. But that was always really fun when we did have that experience. Fox. Oh, hi, MJ. Fox, did you enjoy the newest season of Voltron? I actually have not watched it yet. I have seen a bunch of spoilers, so I know all about the season. I just haven't watched it yet. I kind of do that with new series. Like, I'm just watching Boku no Hero Season 2, and Season 3 is coming out in, like, a week or something. I just, like, I don't know. I'm not interested in all the hype, and I got really pissed because the Voltron fandom, like, was posting spoilers within, like, an hour of it releasing, so somehow in my brain, I'm just like, I'm going to rebel by not watching it until the last minute. Which makes no sense. But here we are. I just know everyone loves Lotor now, and everyone wants to cosplay Lotor now, and I'm just glad that I cosplayed Lotor before everyone else did, because then I would have had to be like mini competing with a bunch of very good Lotors. I was pissed. I bought a VIP badge and I didn't use it more than once. I don't even know what the VIP badges do. Don't they get you like to the front of the line at panels or something? Which in theory sounds good if there are good panels. But like, I think we only went, did we even go to a panel? I don't know if we even went to a panel. We really only used our badges to go to the dealer's room and artist alley. And we had like a really hard time finding time, I guess, to go into the artist alley and dealer's room. So we didn't use our badges that much either. Your Lotor is really good, though. Your Lotor was great. Thank you. I'm very self-conscious about it. I think there were just some, like, I have something on my glasses. There were some issues with the costume, and I didn't get a chance to try on the entire thing until, like, 2 days before the con. So I think I just wasn't, like, mentally prepared to be Lotor. Like, I really like how it came out. I love how I look in video, but like in person up close, the makeup is rough and that bothers me a lot. But I don't know, like if you watch the newest vlog, like on some shots of the camera, you can see like some patchiness and it looks really weird. And then in other shots, it looks like fucking flawless. And I don't know what, like, it's so weird. It's just weird. But like, I'm glad I cosplayed it, and I definitely will probably cosplay it again. Not soon though, because it's really like, it's not a costume for Heat. Like I don't want to die in Lotor. I also don't know how I would wash Lotor if it got real dirty. Like, you could definitely hand wash it, but like, no, I still gotta somehow get face paint out of the collar. So, all of your costumes are the best. You are too nice, because that is a false statement, but I appreciate it. I actually found a whole group, the Hotron group, and question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm hanging out with one of them now, and I love it. That's awesome. I don't know. I think part of it is like, if you go to cons with a group of like well-defined friends, I guess you don't like hang out with random people, but I don't know. Uh, we're planning on all going to MetroCon together, and I'm so gay and hyped. That's awesome. MetroCon is like a dream con. Like, I know it's totally, totally dumb, but like ever since they have had like Parlay Productions and Twin Fools and stuff, like go to MetroCon as like a guest. That's been like a mini like young fox dream of like wanting to attend MetroCon and wanting to be a guest at MetroCon. And like those neither of those will probably happen, but like I can still dream. Were you in purple paint? Yes. How long did it take you to get into your makeup done for Lotor? Um, Honestly, not that long because really it's just like a face primer, purple paint, which then just has to be like smoothed out. So like the equivalent of foundation. It's a cream paint, so it doesn't like dry and stick. Um, but so it can like move around. And then after that, it was powdering the eyebrows were hard. White eyebrows always elude me. I'm always so bad at them, and they always look so bad on me. Um, and then it was just like normal contour highlight. So like it's really kind of the same length as it would take for me to do like anyone else's makeup. It was just dealing with the uncomfortableness of like the costume half on while doing the painting, and then the wig is a little bit of a bitch. But it's so much easier because like Raven from Teen Titans, for example, you have to paint your hands and then seal your hands, and that's a bitch. But Lotor didn't have to do that because he wears gloves. So I am getting texts from Darby. You should make a video about how you do your Lotor makeup. Probably not, because then everyone will judge me on the internet, and I most definitely do it wrong. People are like, you should do like tutorials on these videos, and I'm like, I bullshit all of this. I don't even know what I'm doing. So, how am I supposed to teach you? And again, like, I don't want to test Lotor on just like a casual day. Like I tested him before the con like once, but like that's just a lot of stuff to get off your face. There was like purple in my ear crevices for like hours. Like I was in like a kigurumi and I would like scratch like my head or my neck and it would just be like purple. And I showered and everything. I was like, "Arr." um, but like, I don't know, we'll see. There are much better Lotors out there that could give you a tutorial, especially on Instagram. So that's probably a better option. We were all thrown together, and if you want to go to Metro, I literally live in Tampa, so thank you. But flight money is a thing. Like, trust me, if I could, I would travel all over for cons, but money. Flights cost money, and it's upsetting. But it is kind of cool that like you flew out for Katsu from Florida, and like I know a bunch of people who live in Florida who flew out for Katsu, and I don't know, I like that so many people fly out for Katsu, I guess. That's the point of that ramble. I want to go to Metro or Dragon Con. I definitely want to go to MetroCon. I wanted to go to Dragon Con, but then like some people say it's incredibly crowded and not fun. And last year they had the whole incident with the chairs being thrown off a balcony. I think that was Dragon Con. Maybe I'll look it up right now. But like that's scary. Let's see. Yeah. So Dragon Con last year there was a police investigation because two people were hit by chairs thrown from one of the hotel balconies, and two women had to go to the hospital for head injuries because one of them was cosplaying Loki and had like the horns, and the chair hit it and cut her head open. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it was just like a hotel room that had a terrace area with chairs, and people just threw them into the crowd. Just, oof, 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 oof. Crazy. People are awful, man. Mood, I force myself to budget. Same. Except then I'll randomly decide to go to Anime Boston to do work. And be like, well, let me come up with that hotel money. Sorry, I keep yawning. I had a crazy weekend and I drove back home. I drove like an hour, not long, but I drove like an hour and a half back this morning, and I'm just tired today. MegaCon would be nice. There's a bunch of them that I would like love to just experience, but probably won't happen. Yeah, I force myself to budget, and then every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, I guess I'm going to this con, like what's happening with Anime Boston. And same thing with, I think, Kineticon. My friend was just like, I have space in my room. I'll hold it for you because you'll probably be free and want to go to a con. And I'm like, damn it. I mean, you're right. But also, boo. I'm bad at budgeting, too. The one good thing, though, about Anime Boston is because we're working, we are getting, like, an hourly salary. So either my parking or my hotel room should completely be covered by what we're making for working, and everything. I always impulsively buy stuff. Me too. At Katsucon, they fucked up and we ordered hangers at 7 and they bought them at 3 a.m. So my father went with me because he's like a platinum member of Marriott or something, so he complained and they comped 3 nights. You ordered hangers? Like clothes hangers? I'm also confused because if he's oh, you stayed at the Marriott, you didn't stay at the Gaylord. I was like, the Gaylord isn't a Marriott hotel. What? But also, that's great. Whenever we have to book somewhere where it's really crazy, we make Leslie do it because she's really good at like politely arguing with staff so they don't screw us over. Because like Katsucon at the Gaylord, they like wanted to charge an extra fee per person, and it was really dumb. And they also like tried to force us to. They were like, you can only book, you have to book a certain number of nights. And it was an extra night than what we wanted. We stayed basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we left on Sunday. So 3 nights. But they were like, you have to book 4 nights. That's the minimum. And Leslie was just like, excuse me? Like, no, we do not. And it was a whole thing. Oh, it was the Gaylord? That's crazy. Maybe they were just hoping like it would lessen damage. Because people destroy the Gaylord every Katsucon. But it's fine. But that's crazy that you got comped 3 nights for hangers. When I went to Anime Boston one year, this was a while ago, we were in the hotel lobby of a Marriott, and a fat old businessman was picking on some young, like 14 or 15-year-old girls and talking about how cosplayers were like the hell of the earth and we were all going to hell and we were all like terrible people, whatever. And so I don't even know what I was thinking, was like, excuse me, like leave them alone, like it's none of your business. And then he bitched about how we probably didn't have jobs, blah, blah, blah. So I went and got security, and the Marriott head like was like, yeah, we called security. And then I like called them back again and was like, where's security? Because he's harassing people. And then he like ripped one person's charger from the floor in anger, and security like let him stay, and then it was this whole thing. Eventually he got removed by security, and all they did was like walk him back up to their room, or walk him back up to his room, which was crazy. And I went and complained to staff for the people that got harassed because they were like too nervous to, I guess. And I straight up was like, we're paying to stay here. We're getting harassed and some of your stuff is getting destroyed. And they were like, well, sorry. And I was pissed. I was real pissed. And then when I told my family later, they were also real pissed because they were like, the guy wasn't forced to leave. He still stayed in the hotel. He literally could have come back for you. And I was like, yeah. Anime Boston's wild. Yeah. I can't believe that was a while ago, which is crazy to think about that it was so long ago. But I haven't stayed at that hotel for Anime Boston since, I don't believe. Yeah, like I understand that like hotel staff can be a little like confused or like just amused by cosplayers, like because they have no idea what's happening. But I hate when they treat like cosplayers poorly, and it's like, well, I'm still paying to be here, you asshole. Like, what the hell? But I don't know. That's one of those things that's like, I doubt that will change. Anyway, Boston is just kind of extra bad, I guess, because it's inside a mall, like a public mall. And so a bunch of people come to the mall for the weekend to like shop and have no idea what's happening. And there's just people in costumes, and it leads to just bad situations. Like, it really does. The chat is lagging again. I don't know why. But, yeah. That's another reason why Anime Boston's kind of the worst. Chat, I mean, not chat, but video. What are you doing? Please continue working. Please stop slowing down. My Wi-Fi is connected. Maybe it's working for you guys and just not showing for me. Because that's... All right, well, yeah, cons that are like attached to public places is real hard. I know Anime Next now is attached to like a casino or something, and that's just a terrible situation waiting to happen. Anime Boston, I know a lot of people who get harassed or yelled at, or people who are just like, look at the weirdos. But that's why I don't really leave the con for photos and stuff. Like I did like a regular fashion issue, and people still stopped to say stuff, and I was like, Boston people, keep moving. I didn't ask for your opinions. Yeah, a casino. Like, I'm pretty sure it got moved closer to Atlantic City in New Jersey, and I believe the new location is like attached to a casino, which sounds like the worst possible idea, because I feel like you don't really need drunk people who don't understand cosplay around cosplayers. Like, I feel like that's a terrible idea. But here we are. At least with places like Katsucon and Otakon, well, old Otakon. I haven't been to the new Otakon location. I'm going back this year, but that's it. I don't know what it's like. But old Otakon, like the whole like surrounding area was like aware of what was going on. Where it was just like some restaurants had like discounts if you were in cosplay, or if you showed like your badge, you'd get a discount or something. Like, you know what I mean? That was always great. Katsucon, usually people like they're usually pretty aware of what's going on. Most people don't leave the con area, but those that do, like for the surrounding restaurants, usually they're pretty aware. Like, oh, it's Katsucon weekend. You'll get like a couple questions, but you won't get like harassed. Yeah, I know. A bunch of children in cosplay in New York Casino is like the worst idea possible, but that's fine. Yeah, I've definitely gotten stopped, especially in my youth when we would cosplay to like malls and stuff when there wasn't an event going around. We would get weird questions. But yeah, I mean, usually too at cons, people would ask us because like Darby doesn't look threatening, usually, depending on what cosplay she's in. So people will just be like, can you tell us what's going on? And we're like, we can try. But I've absolutely had like a horde of businessmen like stop me and been like, what's going on? And I'm just like, anime convention. I don't want to talk to you. Last year at Anime Boston, Bernie Sanders was there too, which was weird. Yeah, it is always funny when people are like, is that real? And it's like, yeah, I have red eyes, like naturally. This is just my normal look. I think one time when I was in Salem, Massachusetts near Halloween, and we had dressed, I don't know if it would be like goth, but like I had like black and yellow and like I had a little black on, black lipstick, like whatever, and I had like pink contacts. And like some girl was like, whoa, are those real? Is that your eyes? And I was like, yes, my eyes are bright pink. Thanks for noticing. Ugh, people are crazy. I'm always amazed by cosplayers who cosplay like in the middle of New York City. Like they have meetups at like Bryant Park and stuff, and I'm always just amazed when I see them there because I'm just like, good for you. I probably would be too nervous to do that because New Yorkers can be very rude. But again, that's just me. Like, Ellie and I will sometimes go places in casual cosplay. The sarcasm is strong in this one. Yeah. Ellie and I will sometimes go places in casual cosplay, but it'll be like Aaron wig and Armin wig and normal clothes. And we've done like Draco and Harry, but we try to keep it at least somewhat normal, like looking. Like I would never go somewhere as casual Lotor. Like I saw some people that I know who went to the mall in Voltron like casual cosplay, and it was like Keith Lance, Allura, and then a Lotor in like full purple makeup, and I was just like, no, I can't. I cannot do that. I just don't have the ability to not care enough to be walking around with purple face paint. Like when I would have to film out in public as Rin from Free with the red hair and the red eyes, I would like look at the ground as I walked because I was like, I'm gonna die. But that's just me. If you are confident, go for it because that's amazing. And I always love seeing people do it. I just can't. Or I definitely can't alone. If I can go with someone and laugh about it, then I'm usually okay. But like I would go somewhere in Bakugo, but I wouldn't go somewhere in Todoroki. Like you get it? Like there has to be some level of like not obnoxious makeup for me to be okay with it. I did once I went around as Jack Frost and I felt so uncomfortable because it was like Jack Frost, Merida, and Hiccup, and they both looked so normal, and I had white hair. Whew. Yep. My internet isn't working right. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if it's on my end or someone else's end, but the stream is being a little twitchy, so I apologize for that. We actually had some issue with our internet. It was this whole weird thing, but it seemed to have fixed itself. But obviously, I haven't streamed since the issues, and I don't think all of the crazy snowstorms we've been having has been helping because some people have lost power. Luckily not us, but it's definitely been messing with some phone lines and stuff. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. I don't think any of you are going to Anime Boston, but I am cosplaying Bo from Animal Crossing. It's the deer boy, and I love him. Hello, Hayden. I'm cosplaying the deer boy from Animal Crossing, and I love it. He has giant ears, and I'm very excited to be very cute. And then I'm cosplaying school uniform Bakugo. Because basically my goal is to just be comfortable at Anime Boston, but still look good. So we'll see how that goes. I didn't anticipate with my deer costume, the ears are so big that I hit things with them. Last time I tried it, I hit them on multiple doors. So like it's super cute, but also I have to work. So also good. I'm glad it's working for you guys again. I'm sorry it got all weird. I had to like weirdly refresh it just to get it running again on mine because I keep it up on the side just to make sure that it's mostly working. I might go to AX, but I haven't heard much about it. That's Anime Expo, right? Just making sure. I think I've just heard that it's packed, but otherwise good. But I'm not sure. I also don't know much about it. I don't think I would ever have the confidence to cosplay out in public. When I was younger, I did it multiple times in like groups. Like we did Naruto groups out in public, and we did Oron. When we did Oron High School Host Club, we did the entire host club, but in casual wear. And when we did Naruto, we did actual Naruto outfits. But yeah, I will only go out if I'm with other people. The last time I went out in cosplay in public, we were going to Sakura Matsuri, and it's in Brooklyn, New York. And so we had to take the subway because we basically stayed with my friend in New Jersey, rode the subway or rode a train, and then hopped on a subway to get there. And we were in full Attack on Titan gear, and it was wild because people stopped us. Some people were like, "You do you look great," and then like other people were like, "Holy shit, you're from Attack on Titan." We're like, "Yeah." And then other people were just like, "What are you doing?" It was a wild experience that I probably would never do again. I only cosplay out in public if I'm with other people. Pretty much same. Would you ever go to ALA? I don't know what ALA is off the top of my head. I've heard of it, but I would literally go to any con if I could afford them because I love cons. Yeah, if I was with other people who were confident, maybe I would feel more confident being out in public in cosplay. Yes. But also like consider you don't have to go fully cosplay. Like I said, Elliot and I would go out as Aaron and Armin. So it was just me with brown hair in like a sweater and her and Armin's bob cut in like a sweater. So most people didn't even realize we were in costume. They just were like, "Oh, look at these kids." Anime Los Angeles. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I actually have some family down in California. I don't think they're close to Los Angeles, but they are in California, which I would just make it like a mini vacation. Like I'm going to California and also Anime Los Angeles. But again, if I could afford it. It sucks that like a lot of cons now don't invite cosplayers as guests. Like, I don't know, like I went to one con one year and they had like a cosplay YouTuber and I was like, "Oh, this is exciting, like great." But then they just don't do it anymore. Like within like 2 years they were like, "No, we're not doing more popular cosplayers. And it's like, oh, come on, invite me. I'll be good, I swear. When I was in London last year, I was walking around with my mom and we went to Chinatown and we saw a group of Haikyuu cosplayers and I really wanted to go up and say they looked awesome. But like they seemed so confident and didn't care what anyone thought and I would love to be able to do that. Yeah, isn't that great? We did that with Haikyuu once. And I think I felt better about myself because I was Kageyama, so I had just had the black hair. And like Darby was Hinata and Jet was Suga, so it was gray hair and orange hair. So I definitely stood out the least. But yeah, you just have to get like a good group of friends to do it with you. Like I've always wanted to do like casual cosplay to like an amusement. Well, I did it once to an amusement park, but like to like an amusement park or something. Like a real casual cosplay, not just pretending. If that makes sense. Basically, I like cosplaying in public. It's just you got to find good people and a good place for it, I guess. Like at an amusement park, no one will give you a second look. Usually if you're like eating at a restaurant or something, people will just be like, whatever, we're not going to talk about it. Like, it's fine. And then there are just some places that they will. It also just depends on where you like live, you know? Like there are definitely some states I would never do it. I would never casual cosplay in, and there are others that I just don't care. And yeah. I know like in theory, in theory, Boston is great for casual cosplay and stuff because there's so many Boston cosplayers that it's not even like an issue there. But and then like when I've visited Elliot and Jet, I've seen like girls in Lolita cords walking down the street. Like they're just in a very good area for that sort of stuff, I guess. I'm getting a Voltron group together to go to Disney and I'm hyped. That's awesome. I would love to do like a Harry Potter group to Universal. I've seen people do that and it looks awesome. I would do a group to Disney too, but yeah. I would be scared of getting harassed by people. Well, I think the thing is too, like if you're with a group, it makes it harder. Obviously, I'm trying to think. Like when I was at like a mall cosplaying, all we got was like it's not Halloween, but we weren't like outright harassed. It's mostly at cons that we've gotten harassed. But yeah, that's where like being with friends is the best thing. And yeah, like it's kind of the same as like regular life. Just don't be obnoxious and rude and no one will really have a problem with it. It's just like when people casual cosplay and then they do stupid things or make a mess or like trash a store and laugh or are filming where they can't be filming and that's when it becomes like a real problem. But yeah, a lot of times they're curious. If they recognize you, they'll ask for pictures, stuff like that. They'll ask you if you're like in a play or if you work there. Again, places like amusement parks, though, they are places people go for fun, so they're not like super judgy there. Like it's not like you're walking into a business meeting. You're going to an amusement park or something like. Some places you have to be careful, like at Disney, you can't be too much in costume because then they will ask you to leave because they don't want people to think you're a character in the park. But I don't cosplay, but I go with cosplayers and basically play guard for them. That's awesome. You are amazing. That is very, very kind and very useful. Also, guys, I just want to let you know there's 5 minutes left of this stream, and then I'm going to go pass out somewhere. As I continually try not to yawn. I'm sorry. I feel like I do this every stream. I just keep yawning. It's bad. Scotland would definitely not be a good place to cosplay in public. I don't know much about like European cosplay stuff, but I definitely didn't like see a lot of geeky, nerdy, or cosplay related things when I've been in like London and stuff. But I don't know anything about Scotland. Dakota says, time to sleep. You know, you're not wrong. Sleep, I gotta go because service, but have fun, be safe, don't abuse drugs, and take meds if you have them. Okay. That's an oddly specific goodbye message. But I'll see you later, Hayden. Have a good rest of your day. You also need to sleep after cosplaying all day. Does anyone have any good movie recommendations before I leave? I've been like binging movies, and I just rewatched all of the Oceans movies, so Oceans 10, 11, 12, especially because I'm excited to see, Oceans 11, 12, 13. Bye, Hayden. Scotland is an awful place. That's all you need to know, Elmia. Oh, R.I.P. But I'm a cheerleader. What? It's great, gay, and funny. Hayden, goodbye. Insane. It was filmed on an iPhone 7. All right, first off, I didn't say bad movie. I just said a movie. But also, I've just been watching them at home. So I don't want to go see anything. I also watched Pitch Perfect 3 again. Well, no, not again. I don't know why I said again. I watched Pitch Perfect 3 for the first time. Darby and I watched the Fullmetal Alchemist live action. That's where we're at. I don't know. Okay, I mean, there's no pressure, guys. You don't have to give me a movie. Greatest Showman, I've seen it. I love it. It's so addictive. I have the entire soundtrack on my iPod, and I have like so many of the songs fully memorized already. It's great. Oh, But I'm a Cheerleader is a movie name. I thought Hayden was calling themselves a cheerleader. I was like, what? How is that relevant? Is that the movie about the cheerleader that gets sent to the gay camp, the gay conversion camp? And she's like not actually gay, but while she's there, she has her gay awakening. That could definitely not be that movie. Maybe I should look that up. But I'm a cheerleader. Yeah, it is. Yes. I will need to try and watch that. I think I've seen part of it, but definitely not all of it. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna say my goodbyes now. Thank you for reminding me that that movie exists. And I will talk to you all hopefully very soon. I'm going to be working on getting some videos out this week. Maybe a lot of videos. Who even knows? But we'll see how much I get done before Anime Boston. I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you for joining me. Have a good rest of your night. And bye, guys!